you did not, if you're a homeowner, and this is primarily for homeowners looking to track their investment, and they wanted to see, it's just running right now, how their home is doing compared to other sales in their neighborhood. So you can see here, I have all the neighborhoods in not only the city, but Chicago land area. So you can do Naperville, Plainfield, north suburbs, west suburbs, everything that is in our MLS area, which is the MRED area, Midwest Real Estate Data. So while I'm in here, let's go ahead and get started. As you can see in this sold search, depending on what you want, if you have a single family home, you're going to want to select remove the condo and select just homes. Conversely, if you have a townhome or a condo, go ahead and select condo or townhome. Okay. So for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to kind of make this a refined search. What I want my website to return is sold data, sold properties within the last 30 days. My pricing here, let's go 100,000 to 300,000, but obviously depending on your specific property. My search here, I have all the way up to 1 million. If your home happens to be more than 1 million, please reach out to me. Obviously, directly through the MLS, I'll be able to get you some information, exactly what you need. So let's go ahead and do 100 to 300,000. And for the sake of time here, since Albany Park is right at the top, I'm going to select Albany Park. Okay. So this particular search is going to return all sold properties within 30 days between 100,000 and 300,000. What you're going to notice here is I have it very granular. You can go down to elementary schools in here, all the elementary schools in the Chicago, particularly elementary schools related to Albany Park. You can do, if you have a condo, assessments are 200, and you want to look at other properties within 100 and 300 as far as the association dues here, you can do that. If you want to look at investor properties, it's really great. You can just add in the yes feature in here. But again, for the purposes of this particular search, I'm going to remove it. So 100,000 to 300,000, the last 30 days, it returned 6 properties. And you're going to say, that sounds really low. Well, you know, we've been going through a severe seller market for a while. Rule of thumb here for a little education purposes, a balanced market, when you're talking about is it a buyer's or seller's market, 6 months of supply is your balance. Anything above, you're in a buyer's market. Anything below, sellers, we're in a severe seller's market. So the sold indicators on here, keep in mind, good people, I have disabled my forced registration, which a lot of websites you'll notice with other realtor sites, you have to register. I've disabled it only when you want to save a search, and we'll talk about that when I go through the market report, then your information is needed. So what you can do here, let's go ahead and take a look at this property. As you can see, it has all of the photos, just like if you were looking for properties, if you were a buyer. This is just telling you sold information. You can see the closing date here, close date, and all of the information directly from the MLS, okay? So that in a nutshell, of course, you know, reach out to me if you have any questions, is how you would look at sold data. And again, how you access that, let's go back to the results. Let's go back to refine your search, okay? All of these. Now, if you clicked on advanced search, that would pull in all new, active, and under contract properties, here I selected this sold, okay? All right. So for the next great feature of my website, we're going to go through market activity. People love to get a snapshot of active, under contract, and sold properties. Again, based upon a period in the past, right? Because it's sold properties. So keep in mind, this particular, depending on what environment, of course, I'm on my laptop. I have a Chromebook here. If you are on your mobile device, how it works in the mobile environment, you just got to scan, scroll down, and you'll see this little round icon. So we're going to click on this. Okay, I'm going to show you, I'm going to highlight. See if that's showing up in my live. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. It doesn't have the top. What I'll share in the comments is the actual link. Let me copy and paste that link. Okay, I just did that. So in creating the custom market, let's go ahead again. Let's look at some condos. Let's try another area. So for example, I live in the Lakeview East neighborhood. Just moved there. Been here for a year after living in Wicker Park for 16 plus years. So we're going to go Lakeview East. Okay. And we're going to look at properties between 350 and 500,000. Let's go 550. All again sold. We're using 1 month. It does return a lot of data, folks. I would do 1 or 2 months and then really get, kind of granular as far as, style of home, elementary. More information you put in here, then the more, chances you're going to return data and listings that are comparable to your own home. Again, if you got any questions, also if you got any questions, guys, I'm not sure if you can see this with my cursor, but right up here, I have these, my number. Yeah, it kind of doesn't, I'm not sure if I can, let's see, not sure if I can enlarge that or not. Sorry, give me 1 second here. Don't believe I can do that. Okay. Sorry for the delay. In the upper right-hand corner, if you're in your laptop, if you're in your mobile device, also in the right corner, you will have both the phone icon and the email icon. Super simple, folks. If you click on it, my number is going to pop up here, 773-490-6151. If you click on that, your phone screen will pop up with my number, and just hit call, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Also, I have a contact form. If you don't want to talk to me, you prefer email, that's fine. Make sure while robots are great, I don't want to talk to robots. So you just got to click the, the CAPTCHA, I believe that's how it's pronounced. And of course, to log in, as I mentioned, I have, I do not force registration on a decision I decide to make. Of course, if you want to save a search, which I'm going to show you momentarily, the little icon person, it is in the left upper corner, left-hand corner. You would sign in and you can create an account. It's very simple. It's just your email. and your password will be your cell number. And of course, I don't share that information. I will be following up with you because I'm a helpful realtor. And if you tell me, hey, Anant, I just want to search and not be bothered, not a problem. I may just check in periodically to see how things are going with your investment. Okay. So in this particular market activity report, I did 350,000 to 550 properties within the last 1 month. Okay. So again, this is going to return active, under contract, and sold listings within the last 30. Let's go ahead and hit market report. Okay. So as you can see here in the Lakeview East neighborhood, right now we have 38 listings between that. Supply is creeping up, but don't freak out, guys and gals. You know, while we're having a shift, it's a relative shift here. Okay, it's also seasonal. I did last month, and in the next couple of days, I'll be doing a market update report. So I'll make sure to post that out on my page. And of course, we have a second section here of 12 under contract, and then of course these are all the sold. As we dive in the numbers here, I'm not going to get really detailed here, but what the information given here is, you see NA here. A lot of times with the MLS, it's garbage in, garbage out. It all depends on what us as agents put into the MLS. I would not take square footage to heart, people, okay? I always have a caveat for my listings. Unless I have an appraiser, or if I get it laser measured, it's still an approximation. So, this cost per square foot, don't treat that as religion. What's really important here is the days on market. And as these days on market increase, what does that tell us? That tells us that it's overpriced, 276 days. This is probably an overpriced listing. I'd have to dive in the details on there to tell you definitively, but this is a really good rate. You'll see here days on market. These are under contract though. So what that means is, excuse me, both parties came to terms, and they are in what is known as the attorney and inspection review period. Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go all the way to closing. I've seen many times where these deals fall apart, but there's a good probability if one of these properties is something you wanted to see, at least at this time, you're not going to be able to see it because there's already a contract. And of course, the final here, really good metric is the sold property. It has the sold date, the days on market. It's really good information. And this is why I really love this. You guys can take your time, take a look at it. And of course, if you want any more specific data, I can be reached. So you can search this at your convenience. Now, what I recommend, which is really, really awesome with this tool, is you can actually get updates, okay? So this is a living, breathing, the market is a living, breathing organism. It's constantly in flux, it's dynamic, right? So wouldn't it be great to get a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly update, right? Hey, why not? So what I would do is I would click here. I have my logo on here. Obviously, we respect your privacy. Feel free to click on either of those to show you how I use this information. Again, how I don't resell it. This is basically your information's here so I can reach out and be helpful to you and help you. You could be 12 months out from considering to sell your place. You could be 2 weeks out. You could be 24 months out. The point is tracking your investment so you can make an informed decision. And of course, reach out to me. Here it's very easy. First name, last name, throw in a good email. And please provide your cell number as your password, okay? There is this little icon if you want it daily, but how the system defaults is weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly. I'm going to show you. Basically, when you click this view now, you'll get a welcome email. It could take up to 24 hours depending on when my system updates. But within 24 hours, you'll get a welcome email and a link where that point forward, any updates to the active listings, to the under contract, any new sold, those updates you will get based upon the frequency, weekly, biweekly, monthly, or if you select that daily, you'll get that email to you. So obviously I'm not going to click view now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in on my dummy account that I created, show you how you can edit. If you mistakenly said you wanted it daily, so Joe Smith, I use Joe Smith, that's just my dummy name. And so if you clicked on save searches, this is of course also if you wanted to search for properties to purchase. But as you can see here in the save market data, there's this edit button. You can also see the amount of times you can do, again, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or if you don't want it, you can actually shut it off, okay, and then just go in at whenever you want and basically hit view to see the updated list, okay? And of course, you have the edit. You can name your report. You can edit the existing report. So it's super simple. So that's this is what the back end of the customer. You can do this on your mobile. You can do this in or on your desktop or laptop. Okay. So that was a quick, how long did we go there? 18 minutes. Okay, a little bit longer. But that was kind of a relatively quick tutorial on how my clients, consumers, the public can use the great tool I have, my website, Anant Deoras Chicago RE, both the market activity report and using strictly sold search on my site. Any questions? I'm more than happy to help. Again, you can see up here in these icons, you can click on the phone number. That's my phone number, 773-490-6151. You can also send me an email, but I'm going to give you, really the best way is through Facebook. You should send me a private message over on Facebook, call me. I'm happy to help. Hope you guys all crush it today in whatever you're doing. And until next time, later.